What's up, guys? This is going to be a quick little thing. I always say that, but it's going to get like a fucking 12 to 15 minute fucking rant. But I'm going to try to keep this one a little low. And the reason why I say that is because I've always started these videos with the intention of uploading and never do almost. By the time I go back through my fucking gallery and see all these old clips, I'm like, wow, that's really out and irrelevant right now, so I'm not gonna fucking even bother. And this fucking mount is a piece of shit. Yeah, this one's not really a big issue. It's just something that kind of bugged me. The metal band In Flames is doing a 20th anniversary of their, honestly, probably most popular album ever, Clayman. And as a way to kind of, hype it up, they put out a re-recording of the title track, Clayman, which is a fantastic fucking track off the album. I personally fucking love it. A lot of people also seem to love it. But after watching, just poking around YouTube, and I was like, you know what? I don't have my earbuds with me or anything like that. I'm already here, so why not just fucking popped it up and started watching the official lyric video that was put out on there. And there is just so much shit against the remake of the fucking song. It was like, this is how you destroy a legacy. Oh my god, this is fucking terrible. Hopefully the rest of the album doesn't sound like this. It's like... It's like, Jesus fucking Christ, people. So, a couple things. One, it's a bonus track. Okay? They are re-releasing the entire album, just upgraded a little bit with a little bit better fidelity, remastered some tracks so that way they don't sound so muffled and muddy, because honestly, the original album is very muddy. Fantastic mixing on it. All the instruments and everything, volumes sound great, but it is a little bit muddy. But what the band did is they also went in and took 4 or 5 of the tracks and re-recorded them, all completely, like as if they were recording from today. And has their current sound, their current vocal style, everything. So this isn't replacing Clayman. This is just a reimagining of what Clayman would sound like if it was done today. And it was put out as a little teaser, kind of, little worm on the hook thing, hey, here, if you pre-order the album release right now, you can get this today for free. And it's like, okay, cool, sweet. I fucking hook onto that shit. I love Clayman. It's like my favorite fucking album from them. Although, the first song I actually found from them was Trigger. That hooked me on the band. And then one day, poking around a local pawn shop in town, they always had, just stacks and stacks of CDs. And they're like $1 or $2 a pop, because they were just literally like hundreds or thousands of them there. Everything from fucking, little dinky indie demos from like local bands that didn't fucking get picked up on the record shelves. And, all the way up to the big popular things. And they weren't ever really expensive. I mean, like, the most expensive thing I saw in that stack was Pink Floyd's The Wall. And that was only like $10. So, they didn't care. They were just like, here, just get rid of them. I don't care. Just whatever. There was always like some bump to buy 5, get 2 free or something like shit like that. Then, I saw In Flames Clayman in the pile. I was like, okay, cool. I like the band. I like that song Trigger. Let's check out the rest of their stuff. See how it sounds. And looked at it, it's like, oh, Trigger's not on here, but I'll give it a shot. And as soon as the fucking first track, Bullet Ride, popped up, I was just done. It fucking sunk its hooks in me hard. And then going through, then Clayman pops up and it's just got that fucking with the fucking just steady double bass beat and fucking awesome guitar riff over it. And then Andrew's kick coming in with his fucking growly voice. And it's just a fantastic song. And then years later, I still fucking fondly love that album. It's on my phone right fucking now. Play it whenever the fuck I want. I usually play it quite often because it's a fantastic album. I checked out the re-recording. I was like, you know what? It has this 80s like synth thing in the beginning. I was like, okay, that's a little off, but then the fucking song kicks in and it's got that tight polish that In Flames built up over the years. While a lot of people don't like it because it makes them sound more manufactured than actual like authentic metal, other people fucking love it. I am more in the latter half. I love their sound. They have this fucking tight yet aggressive, loose sound. So, after hearing this this backlash essentially from so-called fans shit talking the fucking re-recording, saying, "Oh my god, it's gonna be fucking wrong. This is Ring of Legacy. It's a perfect album. I think I'll fuck it up like this." They're not. They aren't fucking anything up. It's a simple fucking bonus for a fucking legendary album by a legendary band, and they are just, adding on more bonuses to kind of help entice the re-release, to make it more appealing. Kind of like Lamb of God did with Ashes of the Wake. They put on 3 bonus tracks. I think it was like pre-production demo or pre-production versions of 3 of the songs: Laid to Rest, Ashes of the Wake, I think, and I think it was like Faded Line. I can't remember what 3 they are off the top of my head, but you just everything before was all mixed and finalized, and it was very rough and raw sounding. This is essentially kind of that. It's just extra. It's extra sprinkles on the cupcake, or whatever you want to fucking put it. Extra chocolate on the sundae. Extra. It's like having your. It's basically like buying a bag of weed from a dude and he just throws in 3 blunts for fucking free. Sweet. It's a win-win. But it's just everybody's like, it sounds terrible. It's awful. Ugh. But it doesn't. Yes, it's different from what the original sound was because it's modernized. It's their new sound from 2020, not from 2000. They are tighter, they are more experienced, they have a better grasp on what their sound is. And even the vocal track in the original was very rough, and Anders, was really pushing that fucking just screaming to the full capacity he had. Now he's got it down to a fucking science. He knows when to cut off fucking notes and when to fucking hold them, and the chorus is a little different. Instead of, the "How come it is possible?" It's more, "How come it's possible? I wish there was a way." It's less drawn out. It's more, tight, methodic, like beat for beat, which I think sounds good. But again, huge fan of the original. It will never replace the original in my heart, but it's still a good recording. It's still a great version of a great song. And people need to just lighten the fuck up, honestly. Like, it seriously bugs me that people are that entitled to shit. Where this is a bonus. This is an extra thing that the band did not have to do. Because they could simply just sit there and, remaster the album, put it as a re-release, and people would fucking buy it. Especially fans of In Flames. They would fucking buy it because it's a classic fucking album from them. But because they put out a couple re-recordings, new versions of these old songs, they think automatically every single track on that album is going to be done that same way. But it's not the case. So, this isn't really, me going up in arms about it, because people are going to have their opinions. Fine, whatever. I'm just wishing that people would stop jumping the gun on these things, because it's not always face value. Because they're not re-recording and re-tracking all the songs. They are just taking the songs, increasing the fidelity, making them brighter, making them pop more, and just making them less analog sounding, bringing up the more modernized metal sound that they have. they're not re-recording the entire album from scratch. There's a bonus added on. So, with that being said, go check it out. It's, like I said, a fantastic remake of the fucking song. A classic song, classic track from an epically legendary band. And I look forward to the rest of the album to come out and to hear the rest of the re-recordings, because I'm a fan. I'm a fan of In Flames. They're not my favorite band ever, but I love them. They are fantastic. Great technical prowess. They fucking know how to hit a groove. They know how to hit everything that they want to hit. So, that being said, go enjoy it. If you're a fan of them, I highly recommend checking it out. I'm super looking forward to the re-release of Clayman, because, like I said, one of my favorite albums from them. But on that note, I gotta run to the store, and gotta love being in a state where they have mandatory masking. So you enjoy the rest of your day, folks, and stay safe out there. Peace.